It's time for Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's best talk show, highlighting all of the positive things happening in Freeport.
Look forward to our special guests each week that will tell you about events, activities, and initiatives that are making a remarkable impact on our community.
You'll also hear from local business owners and get a heads up on deals and special promotions. It's time to Focus Forward.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward, sponsored by the Invest Grand Bahama unit of the Grand Bahama Port Authority. My name is Glendia Sweeting, Manager of Quality Assurance and Special Projects at the GBPA, and I am joined again by my special co-host over here, Claudine Pinder, who is the Business Retention Officer within the Business Development Department of the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Claudine, you are with me again. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. It is a pleasure to be here with you once again.
Good. So good to have you. Of course, we miss Alex. I really would love to spill the beans and tell you guys where Alex might be right now, but I'm going to leave that for next week. That is going to be a very interesting story, I promise you. And she is going to tell you all about it, all about her travels. So Alex is on the road, in the air, across continents, and all the rest of it.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking about that in short order. But of course, we are so delighted to have you guys joining us today. We have a wonderful show. Of course, this is summertime. The kids are out of school. Lots of graduations happening, right?
Yes, all around town.
Right, and you have to keep the children busy. And so this is our normal summer camp show, but it's never normal. It's always great because we have some wonderful persons here in the room, wonderful organizations just ready to have your little ones, and I guess we can say big ones too, because they take some of the teenagers as well. They're just ready to be able to take on the children, give them some wonderful activities and things that they can do here within the city of Freeport during the course of this summer. And so we can't wait to tell you about it. But Claudine, just let us know, where can they find us and who are some of our sponsors?
So our sponsors are Invest Grand Bahama and, of course, the Don Charlton, who always has us looking very, very fabulous. And Angie from OMG Couture. Yes. Her gear is top tier.
Yes,
Right.
always keeping us ready to go. And of course, if you want to watch, listen, or share the show, where can they go for that?
They can visit our Invest Grand Bahama Facebook page and look at our itinerary. You can find us on Instagram.
Well, Facebook is Facebook for GBPA, Instagram for GBPA. All of the advertisements would normally go there. And of course, well, you know, this is our thing, right? So you can find us on ZNS, you can find us on ILTV,
Dove,
listen
The
to
Rhythm.
Dove, The Rhythm. We're always there. We're everywhere, like Alex will say.
Yes.
We're everywhere. So let's get into our conversation today because we want to hear about what's happening for summer. Obviously, the kids are so excited. You know what my son has been saying for the last couple of days? Mommy, I'm free.
You know what that means.
Right. He is excited as well. I think he is a little bit too old for the summer camps and stuff like that, but I'm quite sure there are lots of children out there that would really, really enjoy the summer and what these ladies and these organizations have planned. So exciting to have joining our round table today, Mrs. Anushka Roll from Growing Years Preschool. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Always great to see you on
as
the outside,
well.
of course. But, you know, having you here today is just a very special treat. And, of course, we want to welcome Miss Colette Parker from Bahamas Dance Theater.
Hi, Glendia. Hi, Claudine. Thank you for having me as well.
It's good to
It's a
have you
pleasure.
here. Welcome to the show. Now, Colette, I want to start with you because
Sure.
I'm thinking Bahamas Dance Theater, summer camp. Never heard of it, didn't know that it's happening. So bring us up to speed. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at the dance theater this summer.
Okay, so as you all know, the Bahamas Dance Theater, we've been around for over 25 years. So right now we're going into our 28th annual dance recital. It's going to be this weekend. It's actually on Saturday and Sunday at the Regency Theater. So if you're interested, you can come out and see all of the performances by our great students. But every year after we have our annual 28th, our annual performance, we go right into a summer camp, and it's in cooperation with the City of Freeport Council. So they have reached out to us. It's been about over 5 years now where we've collaborated with them, and we bring in students from the community and also students from the Bahamas Dance Theater, and we host a summer camp. So this year, unfortunately, it's not going to be a month of summer camp as we usually do, but we're doing 2 weeks. So the dates are July 8th, through the 19th. It's going to be from 9 to 1 p.m. at the studio. If you sign up through the City of Freeport Council, of course, the camp is free. If you're unable to sign up through the council, you can come to the studio as well, and the cost for that will be $85 per week if you'd like to sign up for the camp. So the disciplines that we'll be offering during the camp will be ballet, jazz, tap, acro, modeling, and stretch and extension. So if you're a beginner, that's fine. We have classes for beginners. If you're an intermediate dancer, we have classes for you as well. If you're an advanced dancer, we have classes for you as well. So please come on out, and we have something for everybody.
You actually answered all of my questions. Because the first thing I was going to ask you is what type of dance,
Yes,
right?
we have something for everyone. We have something. Oh, and I didn't mention, but of course, it's a favorite. We have hip hop. So if you're interested in doing the little hip hop dance, the TikTok dances, we definitely have something for you.
So you do all of that. So you guys are just keeping up with the trends and that
We
sort of
are.
thing.
It is a lot of work, but I can assure you that we are definitely doing what we have to do to ensure that the students are exposed the same way students are exposed to dance all around the world. We want to give them the same opportunities. We want to expose them to international platforms where they'll be able to hone their talents and make it a career eventually.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So how many students would be like within the camp? How many are you willing to accept?
Well, last year I think we had about 65 students at the camp. So anywhere between that 60 to 80 range is what we're expecting for the dance camp.
Now for 65 students, how many
Instructors, I think we had about 6 or 7 instructors to manage that. It was a task, but it's doable, it's possible, and we're excited about it, and we welcome all the students that want to participate in the camp as well.
Okay, so you talked about the dates. Just remind us, when does it begin?
So the camp begins on July 8th, that's a Monday, and then it runs until the 19th, which is a Friday. And I want to add, also at the end of our camp, we put on a little showcase, a recital, so parents can come and watch their kids and see what they've learned throughout the camp. So that's a little tidbit there. And it's free, of course, to the community to come and watch.
And tell us what ages generally do you accommodate? How young?
So, of course, like I said, we're with the City of Freeport Council, so obviously to be from ages 5 to 16, because we take the school ages.
And for the
So-
benefit of those persons that may not know where you're located, tell us where you are.
We are located number 3A West Atlantic Drive. I actually know the address. It's right next to Ruby Swiss. It's the yellow building right behind Ruby Swiss. We've been there for over 25 years. You can come and visit us anytime. And if you're interested to come and watch the recital this week, you can come right over to the studio. We're open from 3 p.m. and you can just come and get a ticket.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the recital, because I know you guys have a commercial that's out, and I think we're going to
Yes.
share that shortly.
Yes.
But tell us, what can persons expect when they come to this recital?
So the theme for the recital this year is iconic. I'm wearing the t-shirt that represents iconic. So what we're doing, we're just highlighting all of the different icons throughout the last 5 decades. So you have some of the icons like Beyonce, Aretha Franklin, Michael Jackson. Obviously, we're going to be displaying all the disciplines that we teach, which is ballet, tap, jazz, acro, modeling, all of those disciplines. And of course, it's an opportunity for the parents, again, to see what their child has learned throughout the year at the studio. And we're also going to be awarding dancers who've excelled tremendously. We do have dancers that compete, that travel internationally, that go and compete and excel and win awards, so we want to award them as well.
Okay, and do you do any Bahamian dance?
Oh, of course, Glendale. I'm telling you, if you come to the recital, you will not be disappointed. We have a special treat at the end. I don't want to give it away, but we will be highlighting a very popular Bahamian icon.
Okay, and
So-
what's the cost of the tickets?
The cost of the tickets is $35 in advance, and at the door, it's $40.
Okay, and give me the date again. I'm looking at the flyer, right? I don't know if everybody
The
can
date
see my
is
little
this coming
flyer.
Saturday and
But-
Sunday, June 22nd and June 23rd. On the Saturday, it's going to be at 7 p.m. And on Sunday, it's at 5 p.m.
Okay, all right, so this is coming up for the weekend, and of course, persons have an opportunity to be able to go to
Yes.
the Bahamas Dance Theater
Yes,
recital,
please
which
come
is
on
so
by.
exciting, right?
It is exciting.
That's like some of the best entertainment that you'll ever have.
Yes,
you
please
know?
come on by.
It's a great
I'm telling you, it's going to be a great show. You don't want to miss it. I just want to thank all of the sponsors that have patronized us this year, especially the Grand Bahama Port Authority that's come on board as one of the major sponsors for this recital and also for our competition team. And then I'd like to highlight a few more: Al Corley, Art Lucaya, McDonald & Co., Lucy's Pool, Southern Import and Export, Francis Palmer, Coral Windows, Fluid Factory, Preston Nose Photography, and B&B Galaxy. Just want to say thank you.
All right. So we appreciate the sponsors, and I love to hear
you.
a lot of the small businesses being
Yes,
mentioned.
yes.
You know, supporting our young people
Yes.
and another local business.
Yes, another local business.
So that
thank
is
you so much.
wonderful. So
Yeah,
we're
that's
going to
what
do a
it's all
little
about.
recap on the recital and the summer camp in just a moment. But we want to go over to Ms. Anushka Roll. Growing Years Preschool. Growing Years has been around for quite some time. Before we get into the camp information, tell us about the school.
So, like you said, Growing Years has been around for 30 plus years. It was once led by my mother, the late Dorothy Knowles Colley, who was a preschool extraordinaire, I would like to say. And I took it over, I think, when I was about 18, under her direction, right? And then, of course, she would have passed away some 10 years ago. And I've been steering the ship ever since.
Okay, that's good. And I love to hear those kinds of stories, right?
Yes.
The parents, you know, they create, they build, they make, and then they pass on. And
Yes.
yeah, legacy.
Yes.
So tell us about the specialized programs that are offered at Growing Years.
Okay, for summer or for summer?
Yes.
Our summer camps are led by our teachers. I take my summers very seriously. So I allow my teachers to run the summer camp. So we have 2 summer camps under one roof at Growing Years. We have our veteran teacher, Mrs. Aurelie Mizik, that has a summer camp, and Ms. Mizik has been teaching for some 20, if I've been in Growing Years, 20-something years, she was there before me. And, you know, she is a phonics and reading specialist. That's her thing. She prepares those children with their phonics and reading. So she has a summer camp going on, and for the older children, she starts at 4 until 12 years. And she does a little bit of the academics the first part of the morning just to keep those little minds going. And then after that, you have splash parties, you have field trips, movie days, art and craft, cooking, stuff like that. And then we have another camp with 3 teachers. They came together and they did kids camp. They take a little bit younger, so they would take from the 1-year-olds. And they have the same kind of activities because the activities are kind of combined. Field trips and cooking, baking, movie days, splash parties, arts and craft, and of course, phonics, math, and reading.
Awesome.
That's some good information. What I like in particular, obviously, you know, we want the kids to be able to learn and
Yes.
continue to remember the things that they would have learned in the past grades. So when they're moving forward, they're
Right.
still reminded of those things. Really important. But I like to hear about the arts and crafts, the movie days, the cooking,
Yes.
the field trips.
Yes.
Because that is what the children go to
Yes.
it for. The parents send the children for whatever they get, but especially the education.
Yes.
The children go for the fun stuff.
Yes.
So it's really nice to hear about the cooking, the baking, and then you guys have 2 separate options.
Yes.
So tell us where you're located. How can persons find you?
We are located on the corner of Nansen and Fabricia. It's very close to downtown. It's the same corner as Davy's house, right past the Rand Memorial Hospital. And you can't miss us. The preschool is right to the right of Davy's house, right past Davy's house. Growing Years Preschool. Can't miss it.
Okay.
And
All
what is
right.
the cost for someone wanting to attend the summer camp?
So we do weekly fees.
Okay.
So it's $60 weekly per child, and that's from 8 until 4.
And does that include refreshments?
Yes, it includes. Yes, it includes not snacks,
need
but it
snacks.
includes a hot lunch.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
So bring your snacks.
Bring your
but
snacks.
it includes
We
the
give
hot
you a
lunch. The
hot
hot
lunch from
lunch
the
is going to
kitchen.
be there.
yeah, some good
Nice.
curry and white rice.
I was
and
about to say, what y'all cooking up in there? What y'all cooking up in there?
I want to roll in some.
curry. I think curry and white rice is my favorite day.
I have a great appreciation for summer camps because what you didn't know, here's a fun fact, that when I first went to college, I went to be an elementary school teacher.
Oh, really?
I did.
So you love children.
I love it. So
Okay.
as a matter of fact, when I first came out of school, my first job was a preschool teacher.
Your mom is a preschool. Your mom is a preschool.
So I have a great
veteran,
appreciation
yes.
for this. So I'm enjoying the segment
Yes.
thoroughly.
Oh my goodness, that's so wonderful.
So it looks like Claudine is going to come with us on her off days.
And come and get some of that curry and white
Right,
rice.
yeah.
She wants the lunch. She wants the lunch. So we're talking about children and students, and I'm just going to throw maybe a question or two out there for both of you. One of the things that parents are always concerned about when they're taking their child perhaps to some place that may be new, where they may not be so familiar, would be precautionary measures. What are some of the measures that both of you have in place to ensure that the children that are in your care for your particular programs are kept safely and kept well?
Well, all of our teachers are first aid trained, and we have to have a certain level of training from the Ministry of Education. They have, guidelines that we must follow. So all of the Ministry of Education guidelines, safety protocols, sanitary protocols, environmental health comes in every year. So all of those are in place.
Okay.
That's awesome.
For us, we do have certified teachers as well. About 50% of the instructors for the dance camp are actual educators within the government system that come on board because, like I said, we are in cooperation with the City of Freeport Council, so we have to have those educators there at the camp. It is a pretty tight space, but we have it sectioned off where we have the older students separate from the younger students, so they won't be able to coincide. Yeah.
Right.
And how did your connection to the Freeport City Council come about, if you don't mind me asking?
That's no problem.
Because I think it's a great partnership.
Yes, I think they wanted to broaden their horizon in terms of what camps they offer to the community, and so they reached out to us, and the
Rest is
relationship
history.
began.
All right.
That's it.
And they're going to take on the cost for children that
Yes.
would sign up through,
Yes, ma'am.
through
Yes,
them.
ma'am. Yes,
Where is
ma'am.
their office located? Because everybody's
do
going to
not
want to
know.
know that.
I do not know, but yes, you can go and find it out. We can find out for you. And
Probably take a look on social
on
media.
social media. And I know they had some flyers going around for different camps that they're offering on the island. So, yeah.
All right,
just-
so they probably want to
And like I
get
said,
on
if
that.
you want to sign up through the council, you can still come on over to the studio because we do have the forms there as well. I know there's a cap of how many students we can
Right.
allow through that program, and then we have to go into the $85 per week.
And what
if-
is that cap? I think that's important. What is the cap?
I'm not sure of the cap, but I know
Right.
that they have sent us a specific number of what they're willing to take, especially on the age bracket. So you can just head on over to the studio. I think the forms just came out this week, so it's
Okay.
still pretty early.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's still
So go
fairly
and do
early.
that now
Yes,
if
please.
you want your child to be sponsored
Yes.
for that particular summer camp. But if not, then they can go to the
Yes.
studio
Yes,
and
they
they
can
can
go
make
to the
their
studio.
payments.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
tell us what separates, and this again for both of you, what separates your camp and your business, what you do, what separates you from all of the others that may be in the same industry sector, working in that same area? Because there are other dance schools as well.
Yes.
Here, and then of course other preschools and other preschool camps. So what separates you from all of the others? What makes you special?
That's a very good question, but I'm gonna have to answer for myself. I think what separates the Bahamas Dance Theater from other dance schools, and it's probably a passion of mine. It's just what we're trying to promote and how we're trying to prepare students for a professional career in the performing arts and in dance. Like, that's our main goal, providing international platforms for them, giving them the same opportunities that other dancers would have, giving them the training that they need, bringing in instructors who have the knowledge, who have the wisdom, who have the training. That's the kind of things that we're promoting in our dance camp. So it's not just to come and have fun, but it's also to kind of give you the professional side of it as well, what you need to learn in order to be a professional dancer. So I think that's the difference.
I think
like
we
being in
should sign
business.
up to
Yes.
take a class.
Speak for yourself. I'm always willing. I'm always willing to try. So let's see how it goes. We'll talk with Ms. Parker after the show, and we'll see what she can line up for us. And don't bring the cameras, okay? We'll
come
talk
on
about
by.
it later. So what separates Growing Years from some of the other schools?
I wouldn't say separate, but we pride ourselves on being nurturers first. Preschool, I think it's important, like you said, the parents, they want to see the academics, but we know that social skills and language skills and just children being comfortable and learning to share with their peers is so much more important. So we pride ourselves at Growing Years, and that's a standard that I try to keep with all of my teachers, that we become nurturers first, because once a child is comfortable, a child will learn.
Right.
Okay. So for the parents that are watching now and thinking, should I try the dance camp? Should I go to Growing Years? Should I go someplace else? What would you tell them to get them to come to your particular organization this summer?
I'm going to tell you to just come. You're not going to be disappointed, especially if I'm there, because I feel like I'm the best. You're not going to be disappointed, but I mean, I love what I do, and the instructors said we love what we do, and we want to sow into these children's lives, and I'm telling you, you're not going to be disappointed. So if you have that opportunity to sign up for the camp, please come and sign up. And it's only for 2 weeks, so if you want to sign them up for another summer camp that you have in mind, you can do it for the first 2 weeks, and the next 2 weeks you can go to another one. So do that.
Got it.
Just come.
Yes. Just
You
come.
won't be
Show up.
disappointed. Yeah.
Show up.
Just
And
come.
the passion
Yeah.
definitely is clear
Yeah.
for both of them.
Right.
they're
So
very
just a
passionate
quick
about
recap. So let's talk about it one more time for those of you just joining us. If you missed anything, we're talking about the summer camp show today, and we have Ms. Colette Parker and Mrs. Anushka Roll who's with us. And we talked about the Bahamas Dance Theater, and they have this recital coming up. It's called Iconic. Iconic.
Highlighting all
And
these
so
icons.
definitely they want you to be able to come out this weekend.
Yes, it's this weekend on the 22nd at 7 p.m., which is Saturday, and then on the 23rd at 5 p.m., which is Sunday.
Sunday. And then following the dance recital, we're going to have the summer camp.
summer camp.
That's going to start. That's July 8th to the 19th.
Yes, ma'am.
2 weeks only.
2 weeks only.
And for you to register, you can go to
The studio. You can come right
go
over
to the studio.
Yes.
And then some of the children have an opportunity
Yes.
if they sign up through the Freeport City Council.
yes.
They can get that free.
Yes, ma'am.
Free chance to be in the camp. You
Yeah.
can't be free.
Can't
No,
be
you
You
free.
can't be free.
You can't
But
be
of course,
free.
if you miss it,
Yes,
and
then
the
it's-
numbers are all tapped out,
Yes.
they end up having to
Paying
pay,
out,
and that will be
$85.
$85.
Yes.
Oh, it's not bad at all,
Yes.
to be honest. To have someone watch your child all day, you don't have to worry when you go to work.
Yes.
Yes,
And learn such
it works
an
out.
amazing talent.
Yes, yes, and different types of dance. Remind us
Yes,
again.
We have
I'm
ballet,
interested in
tap,
this.
jazz, acro, stretch and extension, modeling, hip hop.
What is acro? Sorry,
Acrobatics. Like
Acrobatics.
gymnastics. Yes.
you teach acrobatics.
I do.
Wow.
From ages 3
Amazing.
and up.
What else do you have going on that we don't know about in the dance studio? I think we're missing some information here.
Yes, we do. And it's actually one of our newer disciplines that we teach at the studio. But the children, they absolutely love it. They love it. I think that's probably one of the favorite classes.
Wow.
The acrobatics class. Especially
That's
for the
quite
babies.
interesting. That's quite interesting. So you're going to be able to take the children from ages 5
Yes.
through 16.
16. Yes.
Got it. All right. So we want to encourage everybody, if you're looking for someplace to send your children, if they're interested in dance or anything related to dance, acrobatics, and all of this fancy stuff, go down to Bahamas Dance Theater and give them an opportunity to be able to learn a bit more from Ms. Parker and her team. And then we just want to go over to the recap because we have to talk to you again, Ms. Roll. You know, all of the good stuff, the educational stuff we talked about. But the arts and crafts, the movie days, the field trips, the cooking, the baking, and all of those things happening at Growing Years. Just
Yes.
give us a quick recap about what parents can expect.
Yes, so like Glendia said, you can expect a lot of arts and craft, cooking, field trips, splash days. You can expect a lot of fun, but most of all, you can expect that your children will be in a safe and fun, nurturing environment.
And we need those splash days, right? Because
Yes,
it's been
it's hot.
really hot.
Very, very hot.
It's been really hot. So splash days. No, you want to go do that?
Absolutely.
Splash days are going to be fun. So that's Nansen Avenue and
Nansen and
for
for Bishop. Yeah, the corner of Nansen and for Bishop.
Nansen and for Bishop. And of course, we want to get the times and dates.
The time, so we start actually from next Monday, which is the 24th.
Okay.
Right away. So if parents don't have anywhere for, they can't even take a week break from work, we start the 24th and we go until August 2nd.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a good long time.
Yes.
Yes, and I know the parent that just really needs help that's
Yes.
watching right now can appreciate the fact that it's a good long time.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. And give us the ages again because you had mentioned there are two.
2 ages. So we can accommodate from ages 1 straight to 12.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 1 to 12. So you have an opportunity. Go down by Growing Years.
Right.
Make sure that you register. How can they register?
They can register. They can come in and fill out a registration form. It's a very basic registration form, and registration is $20.
$20 for registration, and the camp is
$60 weekly.
$60 weekly.
Weekly.
Why you can't beat $60 with a hot lunch?
Yeah.
So don't leave the babies at home.
No.
Take them down to Growing Years.
Take
or
them
Bahamas
down to
Dance
Growing
Academy.
Years.
Yes.
All right,
sure.
this is really, really good stuff. We want to thank you guys so much for joining us on today's
Thank you
show,
for having
getting
us.
us excited about the summer camps and all of the things that our children can do. The dancing is fun. I'm thinking about when I was a little preschooler, primary schooler, going to summer camps and the things that I found so fun, and it's all here. Plus, they have more acrobatics. I wish I could have. I can't do it now. But I wish I had the opportunity, which is really, really good stuff. So we want to thank you guys for helping us to kick off this summer camp show. And of course, we have so much more for you. Definitely, you guys want to continue to watch the show because we have some wonderful people coming up. They're going to be talking about more options that you have for summer camp. So right now, everybody is thinking, what can I do with my kids? I can't leave them home. School is closed. So now you have an opportunity to choose one of these camps so that you can support our local businesses and persons and organizations here that want to help you. So, Claudine, we're going to take a quick break.
Very well.
And we'll be back on to the summer camp session as soon as we come back. So we'll be right back right after this.
Here at Dish Delish, we offer a variety of cuisines like stuff from St. Martin, Guyana, Trinidad, and Suriname. So if you're looking to eat something from Trinidad, you've never been to Trinidad, but you want to taste that flavor, you got to check us out for Doubles. So Doubles is basically two flat bread with chana, cucumber, tamarind, all the sauces and flavors together. We can take you to Guyana and you can taste the flavors of Guyana, which is pepper pot. Pepper pot now is a meat stew. You eat this with bread and you are good to go. We could take you to Suriname. You know where Suriname is? Down in South America. And in Suriname, they have a stir-fried noodles that's called bami, and we serve it with chicken breast, grilled chicken breast. It comes with pickled cucumbers and a peanut sauce. We are located at number 4B in the Raven Mall. Our telephone number is 827-3392, or you can catch us on social media on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Dish Delish 242.
Report, the reawakened, the reimagined, the rebirth, the Renaissance capital of the Bahamas. Over $1.5 billion in investments. Marinas, cruise ports, downtown revitalization, residential developments. We're putting the city on the map. Want to know more? Just log on. Your future is only a click away.
We love it when we're having fun together, joking and playing games, talking with our friends.
Hi everyone, we're having a fabulous day here on the Focus Forward show. We're talking about summer camps.
Yes.
This is our special edition. How did you enjoy that first segment?
I absolutely loved it because, like I said earlier, this is definitely, I have an appreciation for this segment because I've been entrenched for most of my life in education. I have a whole line of educators in my family.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm definitely enjoying this.
Definitely enjoying this show. So we're so happy to have Claudine Pinder here co-hosting with me again for a second time. She was
Yes.
with us last week
I
on the
certainly
Father's
was.
Day show.
I was.
We were live on location at
Dolly
Madison, and we had a wonderful time there. So I said, you know what? Let's bring Claudine again. Alex, you know, we miss you sometimes.
I'm
Not
sending you
today,
an
but we'll
invoice,
probably
Alex.
miss you next week and call you until you come back. No, Alex is just out there being extraordinary and doing all kind of things. And so, Alex, we miss you. Hopefully, we will see you back next week and you can tell us all about your travels. Now, we want to get on with this summer camp show because within the city of Freeport, schools are out.
Yes.
Children are
Everyone's
home.
out. Everyone's out.
Parents are at work. And we need to find some productive things for our children to do, all ages. I know my son is playing video games all the time, right? And he is babysitting his grandmother.
Oh.
So, you know, I thought she would have babysit him, but he's too old now. He's taking care of himself. And so everybody has their dynamic at home, but it's always important to be able to ensure that the children stay engaged during the course of the summer. They have great things to do, fun activities, a little bit of educational stuff. You don't want to lose everything you learned, mind you, but you want to be ready for the new school year while having fun during the summer and enjoying yourself. So we're back here with the Summer Camp Show. We have this one every year. Always look forward to it. And our guest on the top segment, Bahamas Dance Theater.
Yes. Miss
All of the
Barker.
dances, all of the
The
different things,
acrobats.
the
I
tap.
really think we should sign up.
Y'all sell Claudia in some place. Call Alex back. Call Alex back. She's trying to get me to sign up. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we'll see how things go. Maybe I'll be flexible with it next time. Let's see what's going on. But we definitely want to welcome our guest for today's show. For this particular segment, Mrs. Karen Johnson from the YMCA Freeport. Thank you so much for being with us.
Pleasure to be here.
And we're also happy to be welcoming for the very first time around our roundtable, Mrs. Kenisha Solomon Duray. She is from Pure's Funland. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we're going to be talking about a lot of fun stuff because first of all, we know that the YMCA, every single year, Mrs. Johnson,
Every year.
there's so
From the
many
early
children.
70s.
Yes,
My kids went
they
to the Y.
wait on the opportunity to get in there for the summer camp. So tell us about your show. What's going to happen this summer at the Y?
Well, you know, the YMCA runs its annual summer camp, like I mentioned earlier. We've been around from the early 70s, offering this service to the community of Grand Bahama, simply because we understand how important it is to keep our children engaged. So what we do for our camp is we offer an array of programs throughout the year. And during the summer camp segment, we compile it all into camp. And we expose all the children who would have attended to all of the programs that we offer at the YMCA, giving them the opportunity to choose what they would like to pursue after camp has ended.
Okay.
And it's been working out very well. We are finding those diamonds in the rough.
Okay.
We have kids who are now actually in boarding school as a result of that, and even went on because we also have the young adult as counselors, and they've since went on to go to university. So it's twofold for us, and we continue to offer that service because we understand how important that is for the community of Grand Bahama.
Okay. Now you mentioned the programs
Right.
that you have through the year, and
Yes.
then you combine them
Yes.
for the summer camp. So tell us about each of those programs. What are some of those?
Okay, so through the year we have a soccer program. That soccer program runs from September to April. We also have a tennis academy that will also run from September through April. We have an after-school program where we focus in on the national exams, the GLAD exams, the BJCs, the BGCSEs, as well as the SATs. We've partnered with Mr. and Mrs. Chan, and that program continues to be very strong for us. We have a Learn to Swim program. We have competitive swimming program, and then we have fitness and basketball, baseball. We have all those programs going on during the regular school year. So when we sit down and we think about our summer camp, we then offer the whole array. You come to camp on a daily basis and you're exposed to tennis lessons, learn to swim lessons, soccer lessons, basketball, archery, and then of course we do the math and English because we don't want them to lose whatever they would have gotten that year. Because it's been proven that no academics during the summer puts our children at a grave disadvantage. So we've incorporated the math and language, but it's made fun. It's not an environment where the kids are slaving or in a classroom setting, we make it fun. It may be multiplication where you have to sing, and you, as long as you get it, you move to the front. So we make it really, really fun for the kids, because at the end of the day, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Right.
And so our summer camps allow, the YMCA summer camp allow those kids to have fun,
Right.
but in a structured environment where they're learning, and they're also exposed to various sporting activities. Each of our activity will be run by expert in their fields. We have a Learn to Swim team, we have a tennis pro, we have an archery pro, and we also have basketball and soccer pro. And then here's the beauty of it all. We've partnered with the University of the Bahamas.
Okay.
And so we have their second and third year students who are now our senior counselors. So they come with a lot of energy, and then they're excited to impart their knowledge with the kids. So it's a win-win, and the persons or individuals who benefit from it are the campers.
Right.
And it's been working for us for many years now.
So I know you have a, what is the number of kids you normally cater
Take
to?
on.
Right.
Well, we have a total of 8 groups, and we take on 25 kids for each group. And this year's limited seating, like I said, is 25 kids per group.
Okay.
Normally we don't turn anyone away, but this year we're going to turn individuals away, so we can be more effective in ensuring that each program that they participate in is maximized in terms of what they're learning.
Right. So what support do you have in place to monitor the amount of kids that you...
Each group would have 3 counselors. They would have the teachers from the university, then we'll have the university students, and then we have a high school student in the group. So each group would have 3 individuals, and then you have myself along with the other YMCA staff who would be also canvassing the property to ensure safety with the kids.
Okay, that's good.
And like I said, each program has its team. So the 3 persons who are in the group with the kids are there to ensure that they move from one activity in a structured and mannerly fashion to each activity daily. Camp runs from 8:30 a.m. and we end at 5:30 p.m. And the reason for that time is to ensure that we coincide with the working families. So
Right.
those moms and those dads don't have to take a lunch break to rush to the schools to do a pickup. You can purchase your lunch right at the YMCA. The kids are there all day. They're exposed to all the activities, and they get to enjoy themselves a little bit and pick them up drop them off on their way to work and pick them up on their way home.
I love that. Convenience. Convenience.
Yes, yes.
Now we're going to
Can't
come
beat
back to you, Ms. Johnson. Let's
Thank you.
talk to Mrs. Solomon Duray about Pure's Funland. Tell us about Pure's Funland. First of all, it sounds like fun. Pure fun. Right? Tell us about Pure's Funland. What do you guys do?
Well, Pure Funland came along a few months back. I have an event center where I rent it out to persons who wants to have events. But I have a daughter. Her name is Pure.
Oh.
Yeah, her name is Pure, and I have 2 of them, 2 girls. They're 6 and 8, and I'm very inspired with them. Like they love to play and have fun, right? So times when I'm working, I open Funland just to spend more time with them. That's why I did that. And so it started off with some kids in their classrooms. I brought them in, like I sent out flyers and speak to some of the parents and all of that to invite the children down to play with the kids. So I started off buying like the bouncing castle, the big games and everything, and I put it together, and we started with just us 3 actually, me and the 2 girls, and then it grew from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it came out of a need, right?
Yeah.
She just wanted to be with her girls.
Yes.
And she gave them an opportunity, and now here it is, a business that can operate to be able to support the community.
Right.
So that's wonderful. I love stories like that.
Yeah.
So what's happening with the summer camp this year? What can parents expect their children to be engaged with? What kinds of activities do you have?
Okay, we're gonna have arts and crafts, culture week. We have drama and performing arts. We have fun games and play and leadership building and more.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, when you talk about Culture Week, you know, where this is June going into July, Independence. So when you talk about Culture Week, what are some of the activities that you guys may be doing in there as it relates to culture?
We're going to be pacing costumes. We're going to be fitting costumes. We're going to be playing like a lot of the Junkanoo music and introducing them to their own native music, learning. Because my father, he's a Bahamian singer, Wilfred Solomon, and he's going to come along with us and help us as well.
Oh,
Awesome.
that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yes, they get to meet a Bahamian superstar.
Yes.
So what does it cost for a parent to send their child at Pure Camp?
Okay, it's $60 a week.
Okay.
It's $60 a week, $20 registration. It's $70 with lunch. They get to choose whatever they want. We have like chicken nuggets, burgers, fries, hot dogs, and then we have like cotton candy, popcorn, like stuff like that.
Those kinds of stuff. All of the fun stuff kids
Yeah.
like to eat that they don't get while they're in traditional school,
Yes.
but they love it when they go out. So it's definitely an environment geared to them. Tell us about your drama and performing arts that you guys are going to be doing. What is that about?
Okay, what we do, we normally talk to the kids and ask them what they like to do. What do you like to do? You know, if they could sing, because my daughter is a singer. She sings like my father, the one named Pure. So whatever lay in dormant in them, whatever, we just find the gift in them. Through the grace of God, we just talk to them and they be like, I like to dance, I like to sing, I like to do poem, I like to do, you know, stuff like that. So we would find out what they like to do. And then we have a stage in there as well. So we give them mics, they play, they do like they on the mic and they just bring it out. Some things just comes out, things that they don't even know if the child has in them.
Right.
It comes out. You'll be surprised and amazing what comes out of kids, especially if they're not around their parents. You'd be like, wow, so this is awesome. So when the parents come and we tell them about it, they did that. Wow, I can't believe that. I have to see that.
So what is
sounds like
some?
fun.
I know. What are some of the fun games that you're gonna?
Going to be playing. Okay,
the
we have
kiddies.
yes, we have the Connect Four. We have Bounce and Castle. We have we do musical chairs. We have the fishing. It's a pool that we put water in. We use it more for math competition. We put like ducks in it with water, and we give them the rings and. They throw it, and how much ever they catch, they count it, and we let them write it on paper, how much they caught, and stuff like that. They win prizes and stuff like that.
All right.
What
Who
else
doesn't
we
like
do?
to win a prize, right?
I know, right?
Yeah. They play in we do the jumping, racing bags. It's a lot of other stuff. We have the little pool table that they play pool. What else we offer? There's a lot of other stuff.
It sounds like fun on a regular day, right?
Yeah.
Not just for summer camp. Sounds like fun
Yeah,
on a regular
yeah,
day.
Yeah.
They're gonna be extremely exhausted by the time they get home.
And that's a good thing. Eat and go to sleep.
Yeah,
Eat and go
and
to
then
sleep.
what I like about it the most on Saturdays, parents drop their kids off. It's a clean, healthy environment. We allow you to walk around and see what it's like to make sure that you see what you like and make sure that you're comfortable with your child being there. And if the parent want to stay, they can stay. We allow them to stay and sit in. We have a restaurant out front. They can sit down and eat and enjoy themselves as well.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that.
This is a family
Yeah.
affair. I think,
Right,
going
because
on.
you know it's hard sometimes to be able to separate the parent from the child unless they have to go to work.
Right.
And I was one of those parents.
Yeah.
If I was off, I want to be present.
Yeah.
But once you get comfortable, you
Right.
know, you feel free to just
Yeah.
leave the child.
What I
'cause
like
sometimes parents, they want to go shopping, they want to go into the wash house to wash. They have a lot of things to do on Saturdays, so they drop
So
their
this
kids
is an
off.
extended summer
Yeah,
camp.
this is, yes.
Not just
An
Monday to
extended
Friday.
summer camp, and you
Yes.
can go there on Saturdays.
Saturdays,
So,
yes.
so we're going to come back to you just in a minute, Mrs. Solomon Duray. We want to talk a little bit more about the YMCA.
Okay.
I know that we've had in the past, there's been some, and I call them superstars, right? But they're really just wonderful, beautiful people that are Bahamians that would have gone off, done some great things, and they would come back and they would be able to assist.
Yes.
And to be able to share the knowledge that they've learned and give some of their experience and impart it to these children. Do we have anyone like that who may be coming this year to the camp?
Well, we have two of our swimmers who went off to boarding school who will be back. My son, Marvin Johnson, he'll be back in the Learn to Swim program with the kids, as well as Asha Johnson. So they'll be working closely with the kids in the swimming pool.
Okay.
Yes, but I just wanted to add, for our camp, the first 3 weeks of camp is everything Bahamian. So the kids are going to make flags, Bahamian flags. They're going to make Bahamian costumes. And on July 9th, we're going to hit the YMCA field. We're going to make those makeshift junk canoe cowbells, you know, put the rocks in the can, mash the top. Boy, and we go into town. And so that's going to be our highlight for July 9th. That's going to be after after lunch. We're going to move out to the field because, you know, it's very hot. We don't want to expose them too long to the sun. And we're going to have our junk canoe rush out. Our Bahamian junk canoe, homemade.
I want to see that.
Oh, yes.
I want to see
We had it last year, man, and we had a ball. But it was some restrictions, so we had to do it behind the building because we didn't want everyone to see us.
Right.
Group. Boy, but we had to rush out
Okay.
in the little small area. So
you'll have your rush out this year?
yes. Everything Bahamian leading up to the 9th of July is going to lead to the junk canoe rush out. We probably will contact one or two of the leading junk canoe groups just to come and maybe bring a drum and a whistle to complement what we're going to do. So even if we're off tune, it's junk canoe. You know, because it's important for our kids to appreciate their own. And this is our small way of assisting in terms of children enjoying their culture, because we're bombarded with everything else.
Yes.
You know, so the first 3 weeks of camp is all about Bahamian thing.
And I really love that. The fact that children get the opportunity to be a part of a junk canoe rush, to experience that as a young child, but even more so, learning how to paste, create costumes, even if it's a little hat or something else. I remember doing that in summer camp long time, many years ago, right? But it was a highlight because it's something that you don't get to do in traditional school. You're not exposed to it. And so that's typically something that I find to be quite dynamic when it comes to these summer camps. So being able to get them to do these things is really important. It keeps the culture going.
Yes, and they're excited. Believe it or not, they're very excited to make their own costumes and just be a part of a rush out, because we highlight the rush out.
Yes, good. But we definitely want to be a part of that. See, now I can volunteer us for that.
Now, we also have a Wet and Wild.
Wet and Wild.
Wet and Wild is the last week of camp.
Okay.
And it's exactly that, wet
and wild. Oh my goodness. So the kids will come out in their swim gear.
It's all out on the field.
Okay.
We got the big slides and the big pool out on the field, and you know, we station our counselors strategically so the kids can run. They can run. If they fall on the grass. And so they have a fantastic time. That's for about 4 hours.
Oh,
and
my
then
goodness.
afterwards, we have Frank's Ice Cream come and cool them down with a nice, refreshing ice cream. So that day, they look forward to that. They're in their swimsuits. They're in their environment. I mean, it's
the best thing ever.
the best thing ever. And that highlights the closure of the camp for us.
Yes.
My kids went to summer camp at the Y, and they thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, yes.
As a matter of fact, they wanted to be a counselor, but she had to go to school, so it didn't work out. But nonetheless.
Yeah, well, we don't take them until they're 16. That's
Right.
the thing. Camp is only for the ages of 3 to 13.
Okay.
And then they can come and volunteer, but we can't employ them until they're 16.
Okay.
That's a part of security.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about fitness, because we know about the soccer, the tennis, the swim, the basketball, and all of these other things, right? But one of the major things that the Y is known for is having one of the largest, if not the largest, fitness facility that's here within the city of Freeport. And so many people come. I know a lot of adults are a part of the program and they come all the time. Do the children get any exposure to any fitness through the gym while they're at the summer camp?
No, we don't interact our 3 to 13-year-olds in the fitness center environment because it's adults.
Okay.
You know, and we don't mix the two. There's an area for the kids, and then there's an area for the adults. Now, I didn't know we had one of the biggest facilities on Grand
Well, I
Bahama.
believe so.
Well, thank you for that.
I've been around quite a bit. I think so. But I've decided to stick and stay at Mind, Body, and Soul. But I used to go to the Y.
Well,
and you guys have grown so much since
Yes,
then.
I think the strength for us is just being able to partner with a lot of different organizations. And recently we partnered with Disney. And through that joint venture, we were able to get some 15 treadmills. We also and equipment, new equipment. So our facility looked pretty new. But we create the environment where we help ourselves. The YMCA is a nonprofit, and the only way we survive is if we sell our programs. So when those adults come into the fitness center, it's more than just them working out. Your contribution helps to keep the YMCA
Helps
doors
to keep it open.
Yes.
So many
That's good to know.
Yes.
activities that are awesome activities that you're offering
Yes.
during this camp. And I'm sure a person's watching wondering, how can my kid be a part of this camp?
How do
Well,
they register?
Two ways. You can register at the YMCA. You can come in and register for those who are not computer savvy. And if you're able to, you can go on to ymcabahamas.org and you can electronically register your child, and then you come into the YMCA and you pay.
Okay, and so how much is it to attend the
The camp is $60 per week.
Okay, 60
There's
is
a
the
one-time
bigger.
charge registration of $15,
Okay.
which is to secure your seat. And we go from there, and it's weekly.
And what about the refreshments or the lunch? I know you
We
mentioned
do
earlier
have
about
have
lunch.
lunch on sale. We have a concession stand,
Okay.
and so you're able to purchase your lunch. Lunch is anyway from about $5 to $5.50.
So just send them with their $5.
Yeah.
So it's a full deal. It's a full package.
Yes.
You pay for your registration, your seat fee at application. That's $15.
Yes.
You pay $60 weekly. You can get your food, your refreshments. All of those things can happen there. And of course, all of the wonderful activities, everything that you can do. So we
Yes.
definitely want to encourage you guys. The YMCA is one of the places to go.
Sure
so
is.
you definitely want to have an opportunity to be a part of that. And of course, they have limited space for those
For camp.
the campers.
Yes.
And so you want to be one of the first persons to get registered. ymcabahamas.org, or go and visit them just off Settlers Way. And if we can come back to you, Mrs. Solomon, DeRay. Listen, Pure's Funland is going to be having pure fun in short order. Just remind everybody what persons can expect when they bring their children over. How can they register? First of all, let's start there. How can they register?
Okay, you come in and you fill out a simple form. It's $20, and you just start them up and you pay the $60. You can pay weekly or you can pay daily.
Okay, weekly or daily, which is good for everybody's budget, right?
Yes.
All right, so we have the costs. You can come there, you can register. Give us the dates once again. You guys
Okay.
begin on
July 1st until August 2nd.
Okay.
Yes.
And just give us a rundown of those activities one more time.
Okay, the activities, it include arts and crafts, culture week, drama and performing arts, fun games and play, leadership building, and more.
Okay, and that's Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes.
And extended on Saturdays.
And
And
extended on Saturdays if you want to be a part of.
Saturday is a big deal.
Saturday is
for
a big
me.
deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Pure's Funland, that is where you want to go, Grand Bahama, if you want an opportunity for your children or child to be able to take advantage of so many different things. I mean, this entire summer camp show has been very exciting for me.
Right.
I wish I was a little one and I could get to go too.
Yeah.
I want to cook, I want to do arts and crafts, I want to be in the Junkanoo Restaurant. I'm going to grab Claudine and we're going to go down on the last week, go
There
to
you
the
go.
YMCA, and then we're going to turn around that same day and then we're going to go by Pure's Funland
That's on
and go and see how we can have
Queens
fun there
Highway.
as well.
It's
Queens Highway.
the Bamboo East building.
Okay,
Okay.
Queens Highway, the Bamboo East Building. That's the green one, correct?
Yes, it's green and
Okay.
it's like a tan color,
Okay.
brownish color in the front.
Good.
Yes.
So Queens Highway, the former
where it's
Bamboo
happening.
East
Yes.
building, that is where you want to go
Yes.
for Pure's Funland. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank
Very,
you.
very happy to have them here on the Summer Camp Show. You know, Claudine is always very exciting to talk to the organizations and the businesses around town to find out about what they're doing so that they can, just let us know how we can take part or how everybody else who's watching can take part.
And I think this has been, sorry?
Family Feud.
Family Feud, is that when on Saturdays?
No, we do Family Feud twice a month.
Okay.
It's for adults.
Okay.
That's an adult
Family
that we
Feud for
offer there
adults.
as well.
Do you have a social media page persons can go and check out?
Yes, it's
Okay.
under my name though. It's Kenisha Solomon DeRay.
Okay.
Everything is on that. We
Everything
have Daddy
is there.
Steely as the host. He hosts it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, well, shout out to Daddy Steely,
Yes.
who hosts Family Feud down at PR's Funland. Make sure you go and look for Kenisha Solomon DeRay to get all of the updates and information as it relates to what they offer at the event center. This is very, very exciting, Claudine.
I think
very
the best for me
exciting.
is that extended on Saturday, because sometimes you're so busy as a parent, as you said earlier.
Right.
So to have that option on a Saturday,
Right.
to have that care and fun,
Yes.
Right.
safe,
Have all of that
environment.
fun.
Yes.
Can't beat
Safe
that.
environment. So our summer camp show, ladies, we want to thank you for being with us. Today was just a wonderful day, full of information, lots of things for us to learn about what these organizations and businesses are doing here within the city of Freeport. They are preparing for you, for your children. So the only thing you need to do now is you need to go and register. Make sure go and look on all of their Facebook pages. The YMCA, go and check them out. Pure's Funland through Kenisha Solomon DeRay's Facebook page. You also want to be able to check out Bahamas Dance Theater and their recital that's happening this weekend. You want to get your tickets, so go and stop by the Dance Theater to do that. And the summer camp begins next week, right after. Am I saying it right? The summer camp begins after the recital. And then, of course, we had Growing Years, who was with us, Mrs. Anushka Roll, 30 years here in the city of Freeport, serving all of the parents. So if you had a child that was there when they started, your child should be about 30 years old today. And they probably may even have their own children that can go and support these summer camps. And so we want to welcome you and invite you to be able to reach out to these persons that can get your children sorted out to have fun this summer. Great show, Claudine.
Thank you.
Great to have you. Are you going to be here next week?
No.
No. She said, bring Alex back, bring Alex back. But we want to thank Claudine Pender for being able to join us as our co-host on the show today.
It has been my pleasure.
Always having fun with you, always having fun. And maybe sometime again, we'll have Claudine come back and visit us and join us.
Sure, no problem.
So can I ask you something?
Absolutely, go right ahead.
Like a real question?
Go right ahead.
You are a business retention officer
I am.
at the Port Authority.
Yes.
But you guys always deal with licensees.
Yes.
What's one of the things that makes you feel happy when you're dealing with one of your licensee clients?
When I see that licensee actually execute their vision, that definitely, it's, there's no words to describe that, because what you're doing is you're helping that individual to execute their passion, their vision, bring to fruition what they've been growing and
dreaming
working
about and working
to
towards.
help them bring that out.
And that gives you joy.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you for sharing that with us. I just always want to ask you the question, so I figured now is the time to do it. But we got to wrap up. Thank you guys for being with us as well. As always, great to have you here. Joining us on Focus Forward. Now, next week, we have a hurricane readiness show. We had hurricane preparedness. Now we have a hurricane readiness show with some key persons that will be joining us to be able to share some additional information with you. So you definitely want to check us out. Focus Forward each and every week right here, ZNS ILTV, Dove, The Rhythm, where else, everywhere else, and Facebook, Grand Bahama Port Authority, and Invest Grand Bahama. And until next time, I'm Glendia Sweeting.
I'm Claudine Pender.
And we're informing you on the positive things that happen when you focus forward.
Listening to Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. Like us on Facebook at Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau to stay updated.
And drop a business card at the Grand Bahama Port Authority receptionist desk to have your business featured on our show. Tune in next Thursday,
Same time
same place.
for Focus Forward.